Good morning, students. Today we are going to see Raptor tool, and Raptor is a very useful tool on which you can make flowchart. And after making the flowchart, you can run in the flowchart on your system, and you can see the output and the process how it is working, and the internal working is also displayed at the left side of the screen. So to practice flowchart, it is a good tool, and after making a flowchart, you can also share whatever you have made. You can share present your screen. So that's why I'm introducing you all to this new tool.
So let's start with the flowchart to add two numbers. So I'm clicking on start and this is the Raptor software. You can see a window opens and at the left side these are the shapes. So I am dragging input box. Since I have to add two numbers, so I am adding two input boxes and I have double clicked on the first input box. I'm getting enter prompt here. So I'm writing input first number. And then I'm writing the name of the variable. So you can see input first number get a. I have double clicked on the second input box, input second number, variable b, and now I have to add. So to add both the numbers I have to take processing box, so that is the assignment box also we can call it. So here set, so here we will create another variable such as sum and set s to a plus b. So you can see s is equal to a plus b. Here arrow means the value of a plus b is going to s. Now I have taken output box, so I have to display the value of sum. I have written sum is for the message. Now I am trying to put a variable, so it will not accept. So it will only have either a message or a variable. So if we have to give a message along with the variable, then we have to take two output box. So here I am just printing put sum is, and I have taken another output box. There I have written put s. So I am clicking on execute to completion, and the moment I will click, it is start running. So it has reached to input first number. It is asking me, so I have entered a value. Now it is asking input second number. I have clicked OK. So it has calculated the sum and it has put the sum here. You can see at the right side of the screen the sum is coming. So you can see now the sum is 30. Now I am going to show you that how to find larger out of two numbers by using decision box. So start and end is given to us by default. So I am taking the input. So enter. I am entering the message. So if we have to enter two numbers, so message should be input first number or enter first number. So input first, and now I am taking another input box, input second, and below it I will add variable b. It is asking me to save, so I am saving it. So input second get b. Now I have to make a decision that which one is larger, so I will add a decision box that is called selection. So here I have to give a condition, that is a is greater than b, and two side there is yes and no. So at the left side I will put another input box. Sorry, it is not input box, it is output box. By the arrow you can make out. So I am writing a because I have to print the value of a because it is larger. At the right side I have taken output box and b. Now I am executing it. It is running. It is asking for a number. Then it will ask for second number. Now it will compare. You can see the green, and then it has gone to b and it has printed. So two values I have entered. At the left side you can see the values entered is 25 and 30, and the output is 30. run complete, 6 symbols evaluated. Now 6 symbols means while it was going through, it has passed 6 symbols, it has gone through 6 symbols starting from start. Now I will show you a loop example such as flowchart to print 1 to 10. So here I have to run a loop. Loop means set of instruction which will execute again and again. So since I have to print 1 to 10, so first I will store 1 to a variable. So let us call it a is equal to 1. I have assigned 1 into a. Next is I have to take the loop symbol here. Now you can see this is the loop symbol. So here it will ask that what is the exit condition. So I am putting exit condition is a is greater than 10. So if I write here a is greater than 10, that means the moment a will become 11, it will stop. So I have to print the value of a, so I have written put a. Now this is the way it will run, but I have missed out something. You can see it. You can guess that what will happen if I just execute the program right like this only. So you can see at the left side the value of a is coming and the value of a is remaining as 1, because we are not changing the value of a anywhere in this program. So after printing a, the value of a should become 2, but the loop is executing again and again, and the condition is given that as long the value of a is not greater than 10, it will keep on running. So it is an infinite loop. So I have halted the program, I have stopped the program, and you can see it is only printing 1 continuously. So that means I have to make changes, I have to add something. So I am adding the assignment box after put a, and here I am writing set a to a plus 1. So whatever value of a is there, it should incremented by 1. And now I am running the same flowchart again. So at the left side you can see the value of a is changing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, it is keep on changing, because right now the flowchart is executing. The output you will get only when the flowchart stops running. So the value of a has become 8, 9 and 10. After that a becomes 11, so it will stop, and you can see at the right side the output of the program. You can see the window started from 1, printing is started from 1 to 10. Now the next program we are going to see, that is to print the sum of 10 numbers entered by user, and we are going to use loop here. We are not going to declare 10 different variables. So first of all, now we have to input 10 numbers, so and we have to find the sum of that. So for that we need a variable called sum, and its initial value should be 0. Then to count how many numbers we have entered, so we will take a counter variable, that is, we can name it as count or c for understanding. So count equal to, starting again it will be 0. Now we have to take the loop shape. So the loop shape has been taken. Within a loop shape always the decision box is there. So here the condition of exiting the loop is that the moment the count will become more than 10, so we have to come out of the loop. Now here you can notice that I have written that the loop will exit when the count will become more than 10. So that means here the value I'm starting from 0, counts 0. So here becoming more than 10 means, so it will ask me to enter 11 numbers. So these small things sometimes we have to keep in mind while doing the calculation, that how many times the loop will run. So now I'm making changes and I'm putting it count equal to 10. So the moment the value of count, the 10 numbers will be entered, so the loop will exit. So as long the count does not becomes equal to 10, the program will keep on running. Now when I'm clicking here, so automatically this new loop is coming. So first of all I need to click on the input box. So then I will join input here, and here I have to take number from user. So first give a prompt, input a number, and then take a variable. Now the prompt which I am giving, that needs to be inside double quotes. So input a number, I have written num, I have used num as a variable, so get num, and whatever number user will enter, that has to be added to the sum. So I have taken processing box. So here sum is equal to sum plus num. So sum plus num means the previous value of sum will be get added to the new num. We need to save our flowchart. And I am adding the processing box here to increment the counter variable. So count, set count to, we have to increase it, so increase by 1 to count plus 1. Now the loop will keep on executing as long we does not enter 10 numbers, as long the count is not equal to 10. The moment the count will become equal to 10, the loop will come out, the control will come out of the loop, and then before ending the program we need to print the sum. So I have added output box here, and I am writing sum that needs to be printed. So I have given a message, put sum is, and after that I will give the variable name. The variable name should not be inside double quotes. So put sum, and now I will execute the program. So here you can see the program is running. It is asking for the number. So first number I will enter is 1, and then I will enter 2, and so on. I will keep on entering the values up to 10. At the left side you can see the values are entered and the sum is getting updated. So the last value is 10, and now you can see the program is completed. Sum is 55, and 58 symbols means because some of the symbols have been encountered again and again, so that's why it is showing 58. So that's all for today. You can practice the other questions which we have discussed in classroom and try to make the flowchart of that. Thank you, class.